The new parts have arrived from the factory without issue. They'll be fitted to the car in time for the next session.
Fantastic, we've got a new upgrade. So we've got to finish third over 2 years. Alright, we can do that. Everything went smoothly with new parts, yeah. And ooh, now it could be interesting for qualifying. If it's going to rain during quali. But it's a dry race, so that's important. Weekend preview. And you can tell we're at Marina Bay. So welcome to the Singapore Grand Prix. There's our contract, no one cares about that. So the new part we got was this part right here. I'll point it out to you, that one. That means that, well, basically, it means that. We might get that for Williams. We might not. Means they got the best chassis on the grid. Or we might just leave them to it. Who knows? We are gonna leave them with a presence and get them a few more upgrades. We're not gonna totally dump them and make sure that they're the worst team again. But it is a lot of parts that you gotta get fixed in time. So, ooh, who knows? We've got no R&D in progress. That's good. There it is. If you missed the last race, you missed me becoming Drivers' World Champion at Italy. That's probably the earliest I've ever got it done. Italy. And, well, we're not surprised, really. Because our car was literally dominant all season, look. For the moment it rolled out in Australia. On 105 as well, man, 105. Crazy. But yeah, we are now, what we're going to do now is we are going to go to do qualifying at practicing and qualifying, and then from there we are going to see you in the race. Well, hopefully we'll get a good result, because Singapore's not been very kind to us, even though we won last year. For some, well, how did we win last year? I can't remember. But then we were 19th the year before. Incredible. So yeah, we'll see you for qualifying.
Hello and welcome one and all to the shining streets of Singapore. Can you believe we've been coming here for nearly a decade now? It feels like only yesterday that Felipe Massa was dragging his fuel hose down the pit lane in that eventful opening race, and in a Grand Prix won from pole position more often than not, will we see a new victor crowned today? The Marina Bay street circuit then has 23 corners, 13 to the left and 10 to the right, taking us a total of 3.1 miles around the landmarks of downtown Singapore. An average lap speed around here, just 107 miles per hour. A warm welcome to Anthony Davidson, who's beside me in the commentary box today. Let's talk about Paul. What a season they've had. A well-deserved championship victory, and the pressure now surely off, with the title already in the bag.
I agree, it's been a truly impressive season, but championship or no, I don't think they'll be gently cruising around to the finish line. In fact, with points no longer a concern, there's a lot less to risk, so we may even see a more aggressive approach.
With that then, let's run through the grid order. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and P2 goes to Daniel Ricciardo. A strong showing from the Australian. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Vettel, Alonso, Sergio Perez and Ocon, Hülkenberg, Leclerc, Stroll and Marcus Ericsson, Poole, Van Dorn, Max Verstappen and Bottas, Sainz, Raikkonen, Romain Grosjean and Pierre Gasly, Magnussen, and Brendan Hartley rounds off the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track.
Okay, we've already won the championship, so relax and enjoy this race.
Well, that's going to be the intention anyway. One stop tonight in this race, and it's going to be a long race as well. Don't want to talk about qualifying. We're starting P11. And to be honest, Let's see, I know. Well, we might be able to extend the tyres longer, but we'll see. We'll see what happens here. So let's do it. Let's go as we go to those 5 red lights. Hamilton and Ricciardo, front row, they're holding us for a while, but it's lights out, away we go. And it looks like a pretty decent start for everybody. As we head into the first corner, it looks all casual to me. We're going to try, oh good lord, that's around the outside of the 2 Saubers. Whoa, hello. Somebody put his big boy pants on this morning, didn't he? That was a hell of a move as you look back at the 2 Saubers heading down Raffles Boulevard for the first time. Oh, that we have the speed in this car, but we just don't have anything else. We head down the we thought about the inside of one of the the Renault cars. So we still might get this Renault, but no, he's gonna hold on. He's gonna have a good think about this as we go on board.
Okay, that's a good start. Keep it up.
Well, such a 2-time world champion, Nico Hulkenberg, in front of us as we come through the old Singapore Sling, and now that is a tough corner, that one. Ooh, who was that? That was someone passing down there as we're going to the Anderson hairpin, over the Anderson bridge into the Anderson hairpin, and that's Hulkenberg taken for 7th place. It is a good pass on the German there, and now we're going to set our sights on the pink cars of Esteban Ocon and Sergio Perez. It's all looking pretty good at the minute. I don't know why it is so good, but into this really horrible, tight and twisty section as we come out of turn 20 and 21, now down to 22 and 23. We got the run on Esteban Ocon, I think. Oh, we should have a good run down into turn 1. Let's see if this can stick here. Will we get the Frenchman? No, we're going to stay in there through turn 1. We might try turn 3. Why not? Down the inside of turn 3, Esteban Ocon is going to fight this though. He's had some good traction on the outside of the corner there. We'll give him that one into turn number 5. Now down Raffles Boulevard. Let's see if we can make any impression on the 31 of Esteban Ocon. And it doesn't look like we're going to be able to, although we get a good run off turn 7. We thought about down the inside there.
Okay, but we're monitoring somewhere on the ICE.
We'll keep
Be aware that we will start to see a loss of power.
We've got a bit of ICE wear, but we knew that coming into this race. As through the Singapore Sling we go for the 2nd time, and we might try the Anderson hairpin here. This over the Anderson bridge, that is absolutely clinical dive bomb. And that's P6 off the Frenchman already. This car is going and this car is moving. It's just a shame that we don't seem to have a lot of speed when we count. But next up for our look, we got Sergio Perez. So it's Hamilton from Daniel Ricciardo, Sebastian Vettel, Fernando Alonso in P4. What's he doing all the way up here? Mind you, that McLaren's a pretty good chassis. It's pretty good around these this circuit here in Singapore. Through turns 22 and 23, Hamilton sets the fastest lap, Ricciardo sets the fastest lap.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the ultra softs.
And we thought about a move into turn 1 there. That's thought about turn 3 as well, but that's not going to come off as we go through turn 4. Now the big wheel in the background, turn 5 onto Raffles Boulevard, and looks like we're going to be setting up Sergio Perez here as Alonso's got DRS on Sebastian Vettel. I don't know if Perez has got DRS on didn't look like he had DRS on Alonso. We were very wide in turn 7, and send it up the inside, why not? There's a move for you. You don't normally see a pass into that corner, but it's a good position there for
check your MFD for a new strategy
Fernando
option.
Alonso next on the list. He's having a good fight in front of us with Sebastian Vettel, the 4th-time champion of the world. As we get a strategy call,
Confirmed.
Will change to coming a lap earlier. So we're going to come in next lap and hopefully get a big, massive undercut on some of these cars in front of us, i.e. Alonso, i.e. Vettel, maybe even Ricciardo. I don't know if we'll get Hamilton. because that might be a bit of a long task there as we come through this lovely, well, I say lovely, it's a horrible section. Singapore is such a horrible Grand Prix with these 90 right.
Engine is looking a little worn. Power output will be less than optimal.
Turn 21, and now coming start lap 4. This is when
we're going to box this lap. Push hard on the in lap.
The strategy call from Jeff there as we start to think about coming up to the back of Fernando Alonso here. This is going to be for 4th place if it comes off, but let's see, through turn 5, now down Raffles Boulevard, and doesn't look, we got DRS, but it doesn't look like we're going to be catching Alonso anytime soon. May have to think about.
We're not going to be able to run in this engine mode much longer. We're about a lap over target. Drop down to mix too soon.
About it there into turn 8. That's not normally applied. We passed Perez there, so what am I saying about normal passing places? There is nothing normal about passing places here as we get ready to come through the Singapore Sling. And now it's, well, I tell you what, this is close, over the Anson Bridge, into the Anson hairpin. It's a big dive. Oh, hello, brake check from Alonso. And we go crashing into the back of him. That's going to ruin our front wing. We'll have to think about getting that replaced at some point.
Limit line as you approach, and make sure you don't speed.
We're going to have to, oh yes, we've definitely got some big time understeers. We almost hit the wall on the outside into this swimming pool-like section. But that was a bit cheeky on Alonso's part. We're going to have to have a word with him after that. So out of turn 21, we should be diving left now. Yep, there we go. So it's left into the pit lane, this horrible, clunky pit lane. And there we go. So, oh, hello. We had a bit of a low-rider moment there. Boing, 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 boing. So what's it going to be? Yep, we're going to replace the front wing, get the Hyper Softs off. It's going to be a set of Ultra Softs that go on for the number 4. So there we go. Now we've got to push here now. That's so we're going to be last. So we got clear track in front of us. So let's just see what we can do. Don't cut the corner on the pit exits. Yep, that's good. So we're out of the pit lane and we're now off and on our way again. So we're last, P20. But that was to be expected. You don't get a lot of help down there. Was let's see, I see he's all right. I'd rather we had a bit more power, but obviously we don't, and that's what's causing us all these issues here. But it's just about pushing now. We've got to push, and we've got to push hard. Try and push as much as we can, but preserving tyres and preserving everything else here. As we come through the Singapore Sling, I'm going to call that the new Singapore Sling, because it really is a bit of a slingshot, that is, as we go into the Anson hairpin. These Ultra Softs are certainly working a treat here as we go up here. Now, who's this? This is Marcus Ericsson here. It looks like, what's happening? Oh dear. That's Ericsson's race run, folks. Let's hope there's no one coming behind him. Oh, big crash from the Renault of Carlos Sainz. What on earth happened there? Unbelievable. What happened there? Let's check this out from Sainz. Look at this. He was minding his own business, and there's what was Ericsson doing? And more to the point, what was Sainz doing? That might bring out the safety car. But look who the beneficiary of that is. That's me. There's no safety car as we come through it all. Oh, who's that? That's Perez. Oh, hello. Now this is going to get a bit tasty as we come on lap 6. Myself and Perez side by side down Raffles Boulevard. We've got DRS. Oh dear. You weren't expecting that one, were you, Sergio? Nope. I think you were expecting to get the DRS there, but Nope, alas, you didn't get it. Lovely helicopter view from the...
Right, the car behind has come in to put on the ultra-soft tyre. That's the car behind, now on the ultra-softs.
That's going to put us out of drink. Alonso has obviously come out in front of us, so that we didn't... Oh, did we make contact with the wall there on the outside of the Singapore Sling? We ran wide through the second part of the Sling, that's for sure, over the Anderson Bridge and now into the Anderson hairpin. So we didn't get Alonso. So who's it now? It looks like Ricciardo's coming in for his pit stop. Yep. So let's see if we can undercut Daniel Ricciardo. We got a couple of laps on him, so it's going to be pretty close, I'd say. Not here we come. So it's going to be the ultra softs that go on. Yep, ultra softs. Ricciardo always been held by Ocon and Stroll, and now he's getting released. So this could mean we get him. Let's see if we do as he comes to the pit exit. There went Hamilton and Alonso, I think. And no, it doesn't look like it. We're going to do. Oh, yes, there we go. So we got Daniel Ricciardo. Wow. So if we got Ricciardo, Vettel must be in the bag. That is unbelievable how we managed to undercut him. And wow, if we didn't have to replace our wing, if we didn't get the wing damage off Alonso, I think we'd have undercut him. We might be in the lead of this race as well.
2.8 seconds.
That's well. But we're back up to P4 now, so let's reset here. So it's Vettel hasn't pit yet. Vettel from Hamilton, from Alonso, from myself, Ricciardo, and then you got the two pink cars behind us, Ocon and Perez. I think Ocon's jumped Perez actually. Is it? No, has he? No, I don't know. I'm not entirely sure about that. As we come out the Anderson hairpin, now down this big long. Well, I think they could stick a DRS zone there. To be perfectly honest with you. I don't know what turn that is. That might be turn 14. No, 15. No, I don't know. I don't think anybody knows what turn numbers some of these turns are. It's all up in the air. I know this coming up is turns 20 and 21 because it leads on to turns 22, 23, the end of the lap. The only decent part of this race as we come to start lap number 8. Whew, oh, we set fastest lap as well, so we've got some speed on these ultra softs. That's what we like to see. We're also we're suddenly catching Fernando Alonso here. That's going to be a good thing. We might still win this race, you know, as we come onto Raffles Boulevard, heading down the long straight with this horrible kink turn 6 in the middle. Get that wrong, and we go back, and this is going to be Sergio Perez. So it looks like Stroll's jumped Perez, and we got Verstappen and Leclerc here with Perez, and this looks like Verstappen's going to try and move around the outside of turn 7. He gets it done. Oh, he doesn't quite get it done. Oh, yes, he does. He gets it done into turn 8. And that's moved back to Verstappen up. So it looks like Perez is slowly going backwards here as we go into the Anderson hairpin. You can see visibly we're catching Fernando Alonso. So we've got the speed in these ultra softs to try and do something with Alonso. In fact, he's catching Hamilton. So this could be a very close finish to the end of the race here. I'm hoping so, because it would certainly mean that we were able to do something good on this alternative strategy, certainly from 11th on the grid. As we come out of 18, 19 under the faux bridge, down to 20 and 21. And there's Alonso. You can see visibly we are gaining ground on Alonso. What's the gap? The gap is 1.7 to Fernando Alonso. And it could only be about another second or so to Lewis Hamilton in front of him as we start sliding through turn 2. You don't be sliding too much through that corner, through turn 5 onto Raffles Boulevard. Down the DRS, well, we haven't got DRS, in fact no one's got DRS. We're pulling away from Ricciardo, that's a good thing. And now the gap at 1.6 as we go back and see the continuing woes of Sergio Perez. And he's about to be overtaken, I think, by Charles Leclerc. Is that going to be the outside of turn 7 as well? Not as convincing as Verstappen was, but he's got the inside line for turn 8. And that move Perez down a place and Leclerc up a place. And behind Perez, yep, that's Kimi Raikkonen, folks. Kimi Raikkonen, who's having a disgraceful race. By Kimi's part, but then a bit of contact on the outside of the Anson hairpin, but no harm, no foul, as now Alonso's got the gap up to 2 seconds. We lost half a second there in that sector. Why did we lose half a second? What is going on? In fact, we seem to be having a bit of trouble here turning this car. What is going on? I hope we haven't got a bit deep into turn 18. That is gonna do no harm to the tyres. Actually, though, that's gonna do a lot of harm to the tyres. We need to stop, think, and regroup through turns 22, 21. Bit wide through there as well. And the gap now to 2.1 seconds, and Ricciardo is starting to catch us. So, I'm wondering if we've got some issues with these ultra soft tyres that we were speeding along on. Maybe it's something to do with temperatures as we go a little deep into turn 5 and now down the Raffles Boulevard on lap 10 here. Yes, look, the right front is absolutely boiling. Oh, bit wide in turn 7, and look at that, you can visibly see Ricciardo is right on our back tail here. He might have a think about a move in a second, because we just don't seem to have the front end grip. In fact, he's going to be thinking of a move. Look at it, he thought about it into the Singapore Sling. What was he thinking? I don't even think he knows what he was thinking, but there's Alonso. And is he going to have a look? No, he's going to keep it nice and neat through the Anson hairpin. So, as we go back to, yep, the continuing woes of Sergio Perez, folks. Someone tells me he's about to be overtaken by Kimi Raikkonen. Is this going to be the outside of turn 7 as well? Yep, why not? That Ferrari should do the Force India, I should say. And that is Raikkonen up his position. Oh, poor Perez. He must have a big problem if he's dropping like a stone. Because I imagine he's about to be done by Van Dorn as we go back on board to this camera through turns 21, 20... Sorry, there! That's on start lap 11. Ricciardo's got DRS. He is gaining, but unfortunately it looks like he's not gaining enough along that straight. So through. Where are we? Not even I know where we are here. We're somewhere. There we are. We're on turn 5. And now he's got DRS down the Raffles Boulevard. So we're going to have to defend here. We're going to have to defend like mad. As we get a bit of contact. That's a bit of Ricciardo's front wing that's disappeared. What on earth happened there? I think Ricciardo turned to me as I turned to him. Hopefully that doesn't mean we've got a puncture. Bit slidey through what was that? I don't know, clue what that was. We go to Sebastian Vettel going around the outside of Esteban Ocon, and we got Lance Stroll in close proximity. Let's see, so Vettel passed Ocon. The Force Indias are starting to struggle here, and that's only just behind us as we go back. Well, the tyres look like they're all right, but that's cutting the corner, but we get away with that through the Singapore Sling. But I think we've screwed a bit deep into the Anson hairpin. What on earth is going wrong with this car? Look at that. Look at those front tyres. They are being chewed to holy hell and back. That's not good. Not good at all. As we head into this faux stadium complex here. I don't know if it's just the cambers of the tyres we got wrong, or if it's just the heat conditions here, but something just doesn't seem right with these tyres. We come out of turns 20 and 21 and now heading down towards 22 and 23 as we go up. See Daniel Ricciardo, I think he's about to be mullered by Sebastian Vettel because of his wing damage. Sebastian's going to make easy work of this one. It's going to be round the outside of turn number 1. Ricciardo's let him have it. So move Vettel into a lovely view from the back wing here going out of turn 3. You can see the back fins shaking around all over the place as Ricciardo goes onto Raffles Boulevard. He might be getting done over here by Esteban Ocon, and in fact he is going to be done by Esteban Ocon. Wow, that move was done quick. And will Stroll get in on the act? No, not quite. Ricciardo forces Lance a bit wide there. That was a bit naughty of Daniel. Hopefully he won't be doing that too much more as we go up the front of the field here. This is a Fernando Alonso, and you can see it. Look at that. But that has got to be less than a second to Lewis Hamilton, folks. I cannot foresee this being... Did you foresee Fernando Alonso probably winning this race? He's that close to Lewis Hamilton. Wow. Go get him, Frankie. It's your last season in F1 as we go back to the World Cup. Oh no, he's hit the wall! What did we do there? We hit the wall on the outside. We got big wing damage with Sebastian Vettel right behind us. Oh, that is not good. Oh, but we can't pit now. We'd lose all these spots. I think it's fight time as we come through turns 22, 23, very wide. He's got DRS. He's going to go to the inside. We're going to force him down to the wall. Contact between the two of us. And now he's forced me wide. We forced him wide. This is going to bring Esteban Ocon into play. What on earth is going on? This race is turning into a demolition derby. It's almost that good. As well, this is going to be 2 DRSs down the Raffles Boulevard here with Sebastian Vettel. More contact into the wall. What's he doing? Almost 3 wide into turn 7, and now Vettel's lost some of his wing. Good lord. This is getting personal and this is getting feisty at the same time. Oh, I tell you what, Singapore never ever disappoints as Vettel thinks about another move into the Singapore Sling. He almost does. We're going to hang him out to dry, almost put him in the wall. Oh, if we're going to hold on to this 3rd place, we've got to hold on pretty convincingly as we head down through Singapore 10, I forget counting what corners there are, but through to the stadium section. Sebastian Vettel right on our tail. He's gone very wide as we come into this swimming pool stadium section. We just gotta hold on as best as we can on lap 13. Good lord, this any one of these drivers could end up on the podium here. Ricciardo could even come back into it onto the podium as Sebastian Vettel thinks about another move out of turn 23. Coming to start lap 14. We were very wide out of there. He's going to try the outside of the corner this time. He's got DRS. Everyone's got DRS, but we're going to just force him out there. And oh, a bit of contact between Vettel and Stroll now. Good lord, this is kicking off for this last spot on the podium. It could be Esteban Ocon that gets this spot as Stroll gets around the outside of Vettel finally. Good. Who have we got here? So we got myself, Ocon, Stroll, Vettel, Ricciardo. Who's this here? Oh, this is on board with Esteban Ocon. He's going to try into the Singapore Sling, around the outside of the Singapore Sling. What are you thinking there, Esteban? And now, more body contact. This, I tell you what, this is going to end in tears for somebody. There's going to be a big crash and there's going to be an absolute accident in a minute because we got is that Marcus Ericsson? I think that's actually Leclerc behind us in this train because Leclerc overtook Perez earlier, and Kimi Raikkonen's now interested in this position. So this is not over, folks. This is not over by a long shot as we come through turns 18, almost into the wall on the outside of turn 18, through 19. Now come up to turns 20 and 21 as Esteban Ocon is having a think about it. He's got a great run out of turn 21. Through turn 22, he might go for a pass into the first corner as we come to start the final lap. If he wants it, he's going down the outside. Oh, there's almost wheel banging between the pair of us. And now he's getting slow on the outside. Oh my god. I don't know how we're managing to do this with an absolute ruptured front wing, but we're managing to get it done. As we see, who's that? That was Stroll. He was thinking about a move there, but we may have just got the legs on Esteban Ocon. And wow. From a surefire second place, we're now looking at struggling to keep hold of this podium here. But hopefully we can hold on a bit here as we come out of turn 9 down towards turn 10, Singapore Sling. We're looking back, Esteban Ocon thought about a move then, but he'll sit himself back there through 10, now into 11, turn 12, then turn 13, Janssen, and 14, Janssen hairpin. And this could be Esteban Ocon's last chance to perhaps try and take the position. Down towards turn 15. Oh, he's thinking about the outside. Oh, he almost hit the wall on the outside. What on earth? I tell you what, as we forgot about this fight up front here. Look at how close it is between Alonso and Hamilton, but Alonso just can't get through. That is such a shame, because I think Alonso had the pace to beat Hamilton this weekend, but it's Lewis Hamilton that will win the Singapore Grand Prix for Mercedes from Fernando Alonso in the McLaren. Who's going to take this final spot on the podium, myself or Esteban Ocon? Lance Stroll's going to bring it home in 5th if he can hold off Sebastian Vettel, but it looks like we're just going to hold off Ocon and we're going to take 3rd position. What a race. That was a war of attrition, and for some reason we've gone back on board. I have no idea why we've gone back on board there, but oh well, we'll finish 3rd again.
Okay, good job mate, really well done. That was a fantastic drive.
Stuff from Mercedes today. That's another historic win. And I have to wonder, Anthony Davidson, just what set them apart from the competition here.
Well, tyre management probably played quite a large role in the outcome of this one. As ever, it's not just about speed, it's all about maintaining that speed consistently over a stint, over a race distance. So being able to keep up the lap times while still being smooth on the controls and gentle on the tyres, that's really where the race was won today.
Welcome then to the podium, our top 3 drivers. What a great effort from them today in a very difficult race.
Congratulations to Lewis Hamilton for winning the Singapore Grand Prix as we spray the champagne!
Increases their championship lead. Now then, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
I have to give it to Paul. That was a commanding performance today. Very impressive indeed.
And now let's take a look at the constructors' standings. Williams moved further ahead at the top of the standings. There was also a strong showing from the McLaren team today as they make their way up the standings. There'll be plenty more twists and turns to come this season. I hope you can join us at the next race to see just who will come out on top.
So it is, like I said, victory for Lewis Hamilton from Fernando Alonso, myself, Esteban Ocon, Lance Stroll with a 5th place finish, and then Vettel, Ricciardo, Verstappen, Leclerc, Raikkonen, your top 10. Stoffel almost scoring a point. It would have been nice if Stoffel did score a point, but overall from 11th, I can't think we're too disappointed with 3rd place there. So I think we'll head off to Claire and let's see what she's going to have to say for herself, because I imagine she's going to have something that she wants to say, and most of it will probably not be good.
Good day today. Tell us about it from your perspective.
Oh, it was absolutely bonkers.
Had a bit of contact today. Who was at fault there?
Well, I think there's only one person we can blame here, and that is Sebastian Vettel.
Do you think you were lucky not to end your race with that crash?
Was we lucky? Well, It wasn't really our fault, so I think we'll go with no comment option there.
Well, thanks anyway.
And that's going to leave Claire a little bit miffed. So all in all, we beat everyone, which is good. Wasn't the most disciplined out there, but then again, when you're dealing with some people that I was driving with, it's not going to be very disciplined out there.
Great work this weekend. It was fantastic to see you up on that podium.
It was fantastic, considering where we started.
We've received invitations to new historic events. You'll be able to choose whether or not to participate before the end of this weekend.
Well, let's, before we do that, we'll go and help Williams out a bit here. Now, what can we do? I think we're going to do 2-1, which is a shame. So, I'll tell you what we'll do then. We'll give them a little bit of an engine perk. That should help them for next season. Might not help them a lot, but it should help them out a ton. Oh, I can't believe how bonkers and nuts that was. So for Russia, knew everything in the free stake. That's a definite, because I think that engine couldn't have took much more. We are closing in on the Drivers' Championship. The gap now at 257 points, if my maths is correct. So also, if my maths is correct, it means we will not win at Russia. So it'll be Japan. No, hold on. 43 times 6. 43 times 6 is 258. If only Lance had got one more point, man. One more point. So, in theory, we have wrapped it up. It's just a case of when we're doing it now. If Lance could have got ahead of a Force India there, he would have done himself a favour. But, you can think about it, that keeps up our run of podiums. Podium every race. Not bad in a car that was shocking in the first season. So that'll do it for us. We're now going to head off to Russia. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy that video. If you didn't, well, you're a Seb Vettel fan obviously. And we'll see you in the next video. So until then, take care.